Hi there, I'm Bill Burress with Team Burress Plum Realty, here today to give you another tip on how to win a home in a highly competitive market. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about seller paid closing costs. I hope you're sitting down right now. You might want to strap in because what I'm about to tell you is going to blow you away. There is no such thing as seller paid closing costs. That's right. Let's say it again. There is no such thing as seller paid closing cost. Okay. So if your mother told you that, or your father told you that, or a friend told you that, or the realtor you're working with told you that there's seller paid closing costs, you're going to find out differently right now. Let's say, for instance, you purchase a home for $375,000 and you put 20% down, meaning you're going to finance $300,000. With that, let's assume that your closing costs are $6,000. Okay. So out of the $300,000 that you're borrowing, guess what? $6,000 of those dollars are your closing costs. So let me ask you a question. If the seller is agreeing to pay $6,000 worth of your closing cost, at what point does the seller give you the $6,000 in closing costs? Do they ring your doorbell at night and give you a sack full of cash and say, hey, here's $6,000. This will help you out with your closing cost? Do they, prior to closing, write you a check and say, here's $6,000 for you to take care of your closing cost? No, they don't. The $6,000 is handled in your transaction at closing, meaning if you're borrowing $300,000, out of that $300,000, $6,000 is going towards closing costs. And on top of that, you are financing the $6,000 over the term of your mortgage, whether it's 30 years or 15 years, what have you. So there is no such thing as a free lunch, and no, the seller is not going to pay you your closing costs. In fact, in this highly competitive market, if you can afford to pay your own closing cost, it will increase your chance of winning. We go back to that purchase of $375,000. If the seller has agreed to pay your closing costs, you're not buying the house for $375,000. You're buying the house for $369,000 because they gave up $6,000 to cover your closing costs, meaning that the seller is netting $6,000 less. So when you're diluting your offer, anytime you're diluting your offer in a highly competitive market, you're lessening your chance of winning and you're increasing your risk for losing. So I hope this tip helps you out. My name is Bill Burress. I'm with Team Burress Plum Realty. You have a great day.